But you've really just got to roll with it and just keep reinforcing the basics. That was our mantra down at the Cats.
So a final word there from Ross Lyon. It seems like only yesterday he started out as coach, but only Alan Jeans, Grant Thomas, Stan Alves and Ken Sheldon have coached more St Kilda games. But of course Alan Jeans is the man that they all envy. We heard of that jealousy before that Dick Maxwell was talking about. Well, Alan Jeans led the Saints to a premiership on that fateful day in 1966 at this very ground over their rivals this afternoon, Collingwood, by a behind. You would think in all the years we've had the draft and the salary cap, you might jag one. Well, it hasn't been the case. They're hard to come by.
Isn't that amazing feeling of togetherness as they walk out to battle together?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tom, I would imagine that sound, that word hits you like a wave as you come up the race.
It certainly does. The one word Nick Reebok was talking about was all about togetherness. That was the way it was. Now Collingwood get the great opportunity to walk up the race. No bigger roar than this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to stand as we welcome Cameron and Taylor Henderson to sing the Australian National Anthem.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
The last Saturday in September. Schneider lining up initially on Maxwell, Kazitsky and Reed. The house full sign is up. Dawson and Cloak. And away we go. The grand final is underway. Gardner has to wait. Up goes Jolly. Hooks it down behind. Guess who? Swan down towards half forward. Bounces inside the 50. Storming up the ground. Cloak missed it. Dawes is... And probably the Magpies' dominance not reflected as yet on the scoreboard. Good news for the Saints. Knocked down by Jolly. Goddard quick hands. Hayes the high ball as the sun breaks through. Graham tracks it back. Didn't compete. Knocked down there by Tuvey. Hurried kick by Montagna. Reed backed himself, left it behind. Schneider slips it away. Kozetzky, virtually their first sojourn inside the forward 50, and Milne will kick a goal. Milne, 20 metres out, doesn't do anything silly, thanks to the umpire.
There was no doubt he wanted to go on, but
turns around, kicks a goal. That's handy.
I was going to say, Tom, what we know about Stephen Milne, he doesn't like taking set shots if he's got a choice, and even then he kicked it quickly. Sometimes you just don't let the pressure build. That's why you want to move it quickly rather than take your 20 seconds.
A good nerve settler for Stephen Milne to get the first goal, but we just saw on screen there the captain, Nick Revolt, pushing back like he does so well with the flight of the ball, actually drew the contact from the Collingwood player and in effect affected a shepherd so Stephen Milne could take the uncontested mark. So Nick Revolt's up and about, moving the angles really well.
Well, he got the monkey off the back. He didn't kick a goal up. Goddard will fancy himself to outrun him. Well played, Goddard. He's had a big second half of this first quarter. Little kick from Montagna to Fisher, and then Fisher to Revolt. And the Saints have had a good 5 minutes.
Yep. Well, I think we've just noticed just recently Nick's kicking from this distance has just been looking a little ad hoc.
Good players learn quickly, though. This is the same spot, isn't it?
It's his full distance kick, really, isn't it? It's the 50-metre kick, 55 metres to clear the line.
Been able to play the game in their half at the moment. St Kilda taking the ball off Collingwood in the centre of the ground instead of the back half, which is going to be important to control the tempo of the game.
He struck it well. It looks a big chance. It is a captain's goal. They certainly needed that.
Important for St Kilda, but it's also important for Riewoldt, isn't it? I mean, at the moment, I think he would think he's playing on the whole Collingwood team, because any Collingwood body in his vicinity is going to push into him, bump off him, and didn't touch the ball much for that first 5 to 10 minutes of the game, but he's got the couple of marks.
From Dawes, went to ground. Dawson put the body in, picked up nicely by Jones. Montagna. Now that characteristic strutting run of Stevie Baker goes towards the outer side, and the mark is taken there by Blake.
And Blake first quarter, Blake did the centre-backs. That's the third centre-backs ruckman for St Kilda.
Saints finding a little space now. Here's Graham.
Measures the kick to Schneider. And then Schneider coming wide. Now this is a big play. Dempster, not the quickest, but he goes.
It's a good play.
With a kick in mid-air. Revolt, well done. Del Santo brings it back to centre-half forward. Belted away there by Reed. Schneider loves a goal in a grand final and delivers. And the Saints are back in this match in a big way.
That was really impromptu play by Sean Dempster, I think it was. He kicked the ball off the ground over to Dalston. He would have been 3 on 1.
Matthew Scarlett started something.
the toe poke, it was under siege in that swarm Collingwood mentality. It was going to be a 3-on-1. If he picked the ball up, he would have been in trouble, but got the ball forward. Del Santo had the courage to bring the ball back in, and as
Maxwell shrugs off the trainers. Meantime, on the outer side, Peak, it's end-to-end stuff now. Margin though 13 points. It was just 6 at quarter time. Ray to the run of Gilbert through midfield. Penetrating kick inside the forward 50. Unsighted this man so far, but Kozetzky takes a tumbling mark right on the numbers. Behind play, Revolt goes down, nothing to that. So Kozetzky coming up for just his second kick.
either side that can get the ball out in space and move it quickly gives their side the opportunity for a one-on-one contest, which was Gilbert on that occasion delivering the ball to Kozetzky. He had the opportunity because it came to his side in a one-on-one situation.
Justin Kozetzky then steps to the 50 or just outside. Kick is on the way. Gee, that's good contact. It's a goal. The much maligned Kozetzky. Tough to say. Not easy to kick a goal from there either. Gets the goal.
It was fantastic courage by Dawson up the other end. Yep. He actually was prepared to leave Cloak, and if he hadn't, if it had been a step later, Didak would have hand passed over the top. Cloak might have ran into the goal, but he did. That sort of created the turnover. He needs the ball out in front because he's a big man, but the low chest marks looks like he's most likely marked because that's the kind of pressure they're coping with.
Peak kicks it in. Now St Kilda have conceded 5 rush behinds. That's quite a total. Gilbert takes a good mark at left half back.
Does confuse the accuracy ratings, doesn't it?
Does.
When you say that. So it's actually 7-3 off the boot.
Gilbert, the high one to the wing. Riewoldt attracts a crowd, almost the mark in front. Reid couldn't bring it down. Now he's got a problem. Peeling off is Milne, kicks inside the forward 50. Kosicki comes at it, needs to control it, does. Just keeps it in, goes back to Riewoldt. What about that running? Moments ago in the pack at the interchange gates. Took off. He would have won the halftime relay.
What was a good result for St Kilda on that situation is Dal Santo's actually playing forward. Nick Maxwell's going to Dal Santo. Just hear the blood rule here. Nathan Brown. But he's actually, almost by reputation, he's drawing Maxwell to him. Normally in that situation when they bring the ball back in St Kilda, Maxwell or O'Brien's there, but because of the quality of Dal Santo as a player, Nick Maxwell drawn to his direct opponent.
So Riewoldt, just the one goal. It was a beauty from long range on the opposite side of the ground. There's Brown getting fixed up, sort of. But all eyes on this man. Riewoldt. Can he inspire his team? Yes, he can. That's the goal they needed. Can they unlock this defensive Collingwood?
And the other point, of course, Kosicki, I think, started in the ruck, and he was the one who actually got to be the release player in the forward 50 for Milne just to kick the ball into. And it's amazing when Kosicki had the foot race here against Jolly. Well, against a legitimate ruckman, Kosicki did have the foot speed to set this up.
Swan wheels around just outside the half-forward line, ill-directed. Poor kick. Getting back McWalter. So McWalter across half-back. The side down by 20 points halfway through the third term. Little chip pass to Gilbert. Trying to give some life to the forward line. Riewoldt should get this one, and he does. He's 60 metres out. Very open forward line. Collingwood have got a couple of extras. In fact, yes, 2. For a moment it was 3. Back inside that defensive 50. Riewoldt unloads then. Kosicki is the target. Up in front, the mark is taken by Goddard. Goddard moments ago was in a back pocket. Certainly one of the stars of the competition. And together with Riewoldt realises they've got a huge responsibility. Goddard just ghosting across in front of the pack. Watch this reaction.
The real height in the contest was Kosicki, though. He got forward as he has to, and that allowed Goddard just to float into the pack.
I didn't know what was coming. I think I'm a clairvoyant. There goes the kick. And he puts it through to Goddard. Terrific.
We do ask ourselves a little how St Kilda was still in the game. Basic number, Collingwood about 39 inside 50s to St Kilda's 22 for a very 14-point lead. They're hanging in there, and that's what they have to do. Again, looks like they've had a lot of scoring shots, Collingwood, but as Dennis pointed out a couple of times, a lot of them been rushed. 6 of them have been rushed.
He took almost mark of the year, but that's as important a one as he's taken all year. The good thing for this, you've always got to have hope in a grand final, and that scoreboard gives St Kilda hope, doesn't it?
Yep.
14 points after it was 24 at half-time.
Maxwell was by himself in the St Kilda forward line, so that visual pressure again, it just caused a turnover.
I reckon that's the hottest the footy's been all day, that moment. The Saints go forward, Riewoldt and Brown, Gilbert lurking, Maxwell getting back. Kept his head over at Maxwell. The handball forward, Schneider, can't quite break it. Gilbert, he's got it! They're in this now!
It's been an important move, that one. Probably didn't see it coming, Sam Gilbert, not a noted goal kick, only 1 for the season so far, but his work rates, you just see him there on the left of screen. He never gives up. He's there, creates the outnumber. Just by getting there.
They needed another player because Riewoldt was firstly Riewoldt or no one. It was either Fisher or Gilbert probably that they had to take out of defence just to give another player with a bit of height and a bit of rating.
Hot game. He's been really important, Sam Gilbert, being able to lock the ball inside. He's matching Nick Riewoldt for work rates. So now they've got 2 half.
Forward line for a moment. Dawes, Gwilt again. Terrific. To Fisher. to Eddie. Well, he's only had one kick a minute ago. Now he's going to have a third. Can he use it? Kicks the ball hard to Revolt, and Schneider takes it. He's too far out, I think. Hayes, he might be too far out, I think. Could Lenny find the distance from here? He's looking for Goddard, I think. Or Graham.
Yeah, Collingwood will be certainly covering those long-range kickers. He's just going to take this on his shoulders himself.
Well, he's a man for a big occasion, we know that, but can he get the distance? He's pumped it hard, he's pumped it long, he's kicked the goal! Lenny Hayes found a metre when he needed it.
Now this is the challenge. They just goes without saying, need the next goal. They've worked so hard to get to this stage where they've got themselves into striking distance, but just haven't been able to do it. And it's been a weight of numbers. They've only had, what is it now, the 30 inside 50s.
It's amazingly low, isn't it, to be in the game?
And so they need the extraordinary things. The Kaczynski goal in the third quarter from outside 50, the Hayes goal. They'd love an easier goal.
Just such a big moment. Moments ago on the outer side wing, Collingwood had 2-on-1. They went the long lead, and Gwilt was able to control the football. Had it been crumbed, or had they gone short, Collingwood would have been in scoring range out of the middle. Scrambled down towards half forward by Hayes. Johnson, he's battled hard back there. Socket off the ground by Tuvey. Comes straight to Montagna. Del Santo kicks inside the forward 50. And the mark is taken by Milne.
He pleading for the push.
He's a good overhead mark, Milne, but on O'Brien, you would think O'Brien would be just too big and too strong. Just eased him under the football. Eased him under.
One part of the game that's been extraordinary has been small forwards being able to mark the ball in contested situations.
Milne comes in the margin. 1 point.
In this second half, as he's done so many times for St Kilda.
Schneider, here is Hayes. Belting forward. Got up!
What a drop.
That's his innate, but he's got that ability to go forward, that real X factor.
You could see the setup, but he took it.
Collingwood has never been behind in this grand final today. The Saints have never been in front until now.
Well, we could talk about all the statistical numbers. Basically, 58 inside 50. That means chances to score for Collingwood. 33 to St Kilda. A massive difference. But St Kilda are 6 points in front. So the ability of St Kilda to keep...
There might be a moment, I reckon, it might be a grand final moment. That is an absolute ripper.
Collingwood have led for 1 hour and 52 minutes. Just short of running a marathon. It is a marathon.
2010 Norm Smith medal for Lenny Hayes.
You have to bear with me. I've lost my voice, but